and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Stacey and I am a part-time Open University student. I am currently about to go into my third part-time year, so that's the equivalent of me just about to start my second year of my degree. So today I thought that I would give you an idea of how I get ready for the upcoming academic year, and just maybe give you some ideas as to what you can be doing to best prepare yourself if you are about to start with the Open Uni, or even if you just need some ideas of what you could be doing. First of all, I'll give you a little bit of an update because I know it's been a while, but also I just want to apologise for any background noise you might hear. I have got the windows open. It is ridiculously hot today, of course, the only hot day we've had all summer, it feels like. So yeah, I apologise in advance for that. I've got some notes, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to actually remember what it is I'm talking about. Okay, so update. I think my last video that I did was talking about my previous module, DE 100, and how I almost deferred it, and how I, to be fair, not really, I know a lot of people actually didn't like that module that were completing it, but for me it was less about the project material, more about my life circumstances. So I was working really hard, and with everything else that went along with life, it just didn't work. I found it really hard to switch off from the job I had, so I didn't have that spare brain space, if you like, for my uni work, and my uni work suffered hugely, and I got behind and I was stressed, and anyway I ended up completing it on time. I didn't defer it, and you probably won't know this because I don't think I have updated since, but I did pass the module, so I'm super grateful. I also left that job. It was a fixed contract, so that came to an end, which yeah, huge relief, to be honest, with that, because it was all encompassing, and because it was work within my community, even just going out and walking the dog kind of became work. So yeah, don't have that anymore. We have decided to move since I last spoke to you, so that will potentially make things very different learning wise. Now, we put the house on the market May, June, I don't even know, ages ago, sold it within a week, and now everything is taking forever. We found where we want to move to, but our vendors haven't, so that's taking a while. Excuse me, I don't know why my voice has gone funny since I've been recording. Yeah, so that will affect things like, well, hopefully I won't be stuck in the corner of our bedroom in the new place. I will have my own office, which will be nice. It will affect the fact that I probably won't be able to go to in-person tutorials anymore, because not that I did actually an awful lot for my last module, but yeah, I won't be really close to Milton Keynes anymore, so I don't know if they have. I would need to look into it, basically. I don't know where the nearest place would be to where I'm moving, because we're moving way out of area. So yeah, that will be interesting, but also it will mean that, like I say, I will hopefully have more of my own space. I won't be stuck at a tiny little desk. I'll have space for, like, I'm hoping to maybe do like a corner desk or something, so I can spread out a bit more. Yeah, I did hope that I would be in by the time my new module starts. That's looking unlikely now, so we did give it enough time technically to be in before my son started secondary school and I started this module, my next module. But unless my vendor does some very quick moving acrobatics, I don't think that's gonna happen, so we'll see. We'll just go with the flow. I'm determined not to let it spoil this next coming module. Health wise, it's not been good. Today is one of my first good days in a really long time. I've had, I think probably in part definitely due to the stress of my old job, and that was horrific, leaving there and all the problems that ensued from leaving there, but also the house move, and all of the decluttering and paperwork and just constant chasing of people is, well, you probably all know, very stressful. So it's one of those things where it's just day by day with my health at the moment. Hopefully that will change. I do normally pick up a little bit in the autumn. I think that's probably why it's one of my favourite seasons. My autumn and spring health wise tend to be a bit better for me. Summer and winter less so. So fingers crossed, hopefully soon it'll pick up. And we got chickens. So with all the stress of my leaving my last job and things like that, I said to my husband, look, it's something that I've thought about a long time. It's on my vision board. I've wanted chickens forever. And I just said to him, look, this is one Friday night, and I said, look, I found these chickens for sale and I need some serotonin. And they were day-old chicks, they were tiny. So I called them up and we went and got 3 the next day. And yeah, so we now have fully grown chickens. We actually have 4 now because, well, we had to swap one because one was given to us as a female and it turned out to be male, so we gave him back and swapped him for a female. And then we went to a chicken, what is it, like a farm shop that sells chickens, and my son fell in love with this chicken, so we got her. We will be getting more when we move as well. So yeah, now I am the proud owner of chickens and I love it, and it gives me serotonin every day. Okay, so that's the update. Now the module I'm studying this year is E232. Let me double check. Yeah, E232, which is Exploring Childhood and Youth. It starts on the 7th of October, and from what I can see on the website, the module materials should be with me by the end of September. They're usually out a little bit earlier than that, so hopefully that will happen because I'm hoping to get a head start again this year. I'm really looking forward to this module. It looks a lot less psychology heavy, which I actually love psychology, but I think because of last year, if I had done another heavy psychology based module, then I think that would have probably been a bit traumatic this year, to be honest. This one looks more based in the social sciences, like sociology, so that looks more up my alley. It's only got 4 TMAs, so yeah, it seems it's a second year module, so it's going to be a lot more difficult, but I am looking forward to it a lot. Okay, so what am I doing now? So I'm filming this on the 10th of August. So what am I doing right now to prepare myself? So during August, I am making sure I rest. I am prioritizing rest. So where I can, as someone who is a mum to an 11-year-old, I have a dog, a cat, chickens, I'm moving house, all of that. But I am prioritising rest where I can. I know how busy now I will be come October, September, October. So now is the time to just sit out in the garden and read a book or do some paint by numbers. And I am trying to prioritise that as well. So reading, paint by numbers, all of those things that reading for me, what I'm talking about specifically is reading for pleasure, which when I'm in the middle of a module I don't tend to do, because I find it really unenjoyable to read for pleasure when I'm in the middle of a module, because it's just I read so much for the module that I find myself just not feeling it at all. The last thing I want to do is pick up a book to relax. So I've started this year, this summer, I started doing some paint by numbers. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like someone's doing donuts around the roundabout. Anyway, yeah, I got some paint by numbers and I've loved it. So that's my thing, because it's kind of like you could just sit and listen to a podcast and paint, and it's lovely. I really enjoy that. Okay, so important things like I'm ensuring that my DSA, disabled students application, is up to date. Trying to get everything sorted with my moves so it's not hanging over me. Again, I'm kind of on somebody else's, oh excuse me, my leg, on somebody else's time scale there, but I'm doing what I can. I'm making sure that everything our end is done quickly and efficiently, and everybody on my end is doing what they're supposed to do. I'm getting Harrison ready to start secondary school, and I am prioritising family. So we are spending as much time together as possible. We're ticking things off of the bucket list that we want to do. We went to Skegness. Harrison got his ear pierced there. Alex and I got matching toe tattoos there. We're just doing silly things, making memories, because I know that I really struggle with that during the winter. It gets a little bit better towards the spring and summer, but I really struggle with that over the winter, where I'm trying to keep ahead and doing everything properly for my module. And I know specifically this year, at least up till Christmas, I'll probably be unpacking. We'll have some renovation work going on, things like that. So I'm trying to prioritize fun things now, and also booking in sometimes specific times for Christmas, Halloween, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm doing as much as possible now that needs to be done, like ticking things off of my ever-growing to-do list that need to be done at some point, but I'm doing it now so that I can not have to worry about that when I'm in the middle of my new module. And yeah, just prioritizing all the things that I know from experience I won't have time for. And yeah, it tends to work quite well for us so far. September, when September comes along, obviously we'll hopefully be a bit closer to the move. Harrison starts secondary school, and so I'll be doing much of the same, except I'll also, hopefully, module allowing, I'll be starting as early as possible to get as ahead as possible, to give me time to fall a little bit behind later on, because then I won't be behind, I'll still just be up to date rather than ahead. I will be prioritizing my study space. So currently it's perfect as it is, in the sense of it's how it always is. So I have the space, I have everything organised, stationery wise. I'm going to do a stationery video actually, that'll probably be coming up next, and I will be making sure that that's a priority in the new house. So it'll probably be Harrison's room, my study area, and I'll talk more about this in the stationery video, but I'll be packing myself a like a, you know, like, so I'll also be doing this, but you know, like you have like the kitchen box or the essentials box where it's got like toilet paper, bin bags, all the things you'll need as essentials when you move, that you need to be able to get your hands on quickly. I'm gonna have one of those for my studies, so it'll probably be a bag, and it will have like my laptop and all of the essentials in it, so that I know that that's got everything in it I need for studying for a few weeks. And also, it sounds silly, but I'm trying to keep my brain working. I find that it's really easy to get out of the habit. It's a really long break from May to October, because I finished my last TMA in May and I technically don't start till October, but even September, that feels like a really long time over the summer, and you kind of get out of the habit of doing things. So I'm trying really hard to keep up with routines where my studies will easily slip into those routines. For me, that's super important, because if I don't have that, I won't study. And yeah, so I'm just going through and make sure I've not missed anything. Yeah, that's it. So for me, I'm sure there's plenty of other things that I'm just not thinking about, but certainly for me, it's about doing as much as I can for pleasure now, and getting things done now that I don't want to have to think about over winter, and then also with the added stress, I guess, of the move and everything, but making sure that the priorities are there, making sure that as long as I'm organised with my essentials bag or box or whatever, and I know where things are, I'm hoping it won't be such a huge thing, seeing as I am only doing part-time anyway. So before I lose my voice, I will say thank you so much if you got this far, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I will be replying to these. I've actually put reminders, because I don't know how or why. I'm going to look into it, but I'm not getting proper notifications when I'm having comments. So it's only when I physically go in and look that I'm seeing comments. And I'm really grateful to those of you who do comment and like say thank you or have questions and things like that. So if you do have questions, I want to be able to answer them quickly. So I've started putting in some notifications in my phone to remind me to check. But yes, that's everything. Thank you so much for listening, and like I said, if you have any queries, questions, anything, just ask. If you have any videos that you want me to record, please just say, and hopefully I will see you very soon for a stationery video that hopefully you'll all love. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.